Hi, welcome back to the Amber Show's afternoon time entertainment. All right, let's get right into the entertaining part of the show. Love and hip hop. Did anybody see that last night? Oh my goodness, where was Jocelyn? Is she in rehab? Or as Mimi said, is she at the zoo? Is she in rehab? Don't be hating Mimi, because Jocelyn is really, she makes the show. I guess they're just waiting for us to tune in, or make sure you come back next week. So they didn't show Jocelyn right away. Stevie J, he's still crazy. He's still great television. This is all scripted. You can tell it is. Erica and Scrappy, pay your child support and stop airing all your dirty laundry on television for the sake of a paycheck. And Bambi, I don't even know why you're on there. Mimi, your sex tape, I saw it, and it was tired boots. You don't even move. I mean, I don't get it. There was no movement on your part. You gotta give to receive. I don't get it. Also, Jessica Dime. Wow, what an ass on Jessica Dime. I ain't hating it or hating her hustle. They're telling her to come leave Miami and she can come to Atlanta and make $30,000 a month. Now, I would have been with the person who said it right then and there. Carly, yuck. I can only think about her vagina and the cream cheese with her ex-boyfriend compared it to pimento cream cheese. So when I see Carly, I can't even listen to what she's saying because that's all I can think about. And Nico and his wife, why are they on the show? There's no reason for Nico and his wife to be on the show. Their storyline is so weak. It's just ridiculous. Who cares about them? Not me. Dancing with the Stars. Patty got voted off last night. She did a great job. She was on for a long time. She did her thing. She's 68 years old, and she sure showed that she is in good shape, and she can make it happen. I'm sorry to see her go, but I know she has better things to do now because she stays in concert. And I've seen her in concert, love her. And last night she kicked her shoes off while she was dancing. I don't know if it came off on purpose or by mistake, but that made for great TV as well. Bluebell ice cream. There's been a Listeria bacteria recall. So on the yogurts, the sherbets, they've all have recalls, and there have been some deaths. So don't eat any Bluebell ice cream. And if you have some, take it back to the store and get your money back. Kylie Jenner, one of the youngest of the Kardashian sisters, Bruce Jenner's daughter. I don't understand. She's got the big lips put in, the injections. And because she's a role model to so many young girls, now all the young girls they can't afford the injections like she can. So what they've done is they've gotten these shot glasses. They take the shot glass and they put the shot glass on their mouth, and then they blow in air into it until it's a suction. And then they wait, and then when they pull it off, their lips are big. It doesn't stay long, but they're happy, and they take their little Instagram photos of big lips like Kylie Jenner, which is so ridiculous. But the problem, now they're saying many of the girls are getting rashes on their lips from doing that. So why are you doing that? Just be happy with your lips. Some people don't have lips. Some people just have slits. I remember when they used to make fun of black people because we have lips. And, they call us big lips and nappy hair and black and everything. And now all the white folks want lips. They want butts. They want nappy hair. They want our color. I mean, what happened? Time let you know that y'all was really loving everything about us. That's why you were trying to make us hate ourselves, because you were really loving everything about us. So that's what happened. Now you got these lips. Everybody wants lips. Everybody wants butt. Everybody wants everything to look like they black, but they just want to still be white in the meantime. All right, Sherry Shepherd. Remember her and her husband, Sally, they had a surrogate to produce a child for them. When you're a surrogate, she didn't use her eggs. She only used her husband's sperm. So the child is actually biologically his. Once they divorced, she decided she no longer wanted the baby or to have a part of the baby. But a judge today has ruled that she is the mother of the child, bloodline or not. She's the one who wanted the baby, and they made the arrangements together to have the baby. Now that the baby is well and alive and Sally is taking care of the baby, she has to also share custody and put her name on the birth certificate right away. I know Sherry is not happy because she made a big thing about this, big stink all in the news, but That's what she has to do. Shaka Khan, you know I love you, Shaka Khan. I love you, girl. I love you. Well, tonight she's going to be on the David Letterman show, so if you get a chance, make sure you catch her. Also, did you know that Hugo Boss was the designer for the Nazis' uniforms in the 1930s and the 1940s? So when you're running around wearing Hugo Boss, you know that he was against minorities. Just one little small note, too, for entertainment. Just a small amount of grapes or raisins can cause kidney failure to dogs. So it's real important that you don't give them any type of grapes or any type of, sorry about that sound, or any type of raisins. Next will be the news part of my show. So in Los Angeles, another man who was brutalized by the police last October, the video has emerged that the police officer kicked his head like a field goal. 22-year-old Clinton Clifford Jr. was stopped by the police. He supposedly matched the description of a robbery suspect. He said he took off running because the police officers did not identify themselves, and they caught him. And as he was on his knees, they handcuffed him, they tasered him, and when he fell, the officer kicked him in his head. LAPD will not release the video to the public, but the one cop who was charged with felony assault and his partner was reassigned. Did you hear that Waka Flocka is running for a 2016 presidential race? If elected, he said that he'll legalize weed. Okay, I got to get my vote in for him. All right, and now traffic stop and drug sniffing dogs, they no longer can hold you for any longer than 10 minutes. So in other words, if you're stopped and a police officer asks you, do you mind if they bring in dogs to sniff your car, if it takes longer than 10 minutes for the officers to get there with the K9 unit, they can no longer hold you there. So they can have to let you go. Also, pipelines blowing up and killing people. 10 days after his high school graduation in Bellingham, Washington, a young man, he had a day off work. He went to a stream where the pipeline actually runs hundreds of thousands of gallons of gasoline under the creek where he went to fly fish. And the gas put him out, where he just passed out because, gas is a silent killer, and he drowned in the water. And then two other 10-year-old boys, they were flickering a lighter, and the fireball set dozens of acres ablaze for up to 50 miles. And both those boys died from their injury the following day. So it's crazy. Also, Detroit, my hometown, okayed the Red Wings area to be built just north of downtown. The $450 million area is 50% publicly funded, and planned opening is 2017. And also the council president, Brenda Jones, and others, they want the Eddystone Hotel, they want that renovated downtown as well. A medical cannabis activist, she lost custody of her 11-year-old son. She's a motivational speaker and an author. Her name is Shauna Banda. She's from Garden City, Kansas. Her son was in school, and they were talking to the kids about the bad things of marijuana, and her son was like, no, marijuana's not bad. My mother smokes it all the time. So do her friends, and we keep weed in the house. And they sent social workers out to the house, and they took the little boy, and he is now in a care of social services. Work life and balance. It's the number one cause of bad work life is not being able to balance your work time. So in other words, it's bad on employees when an employer calls them when they're off work or wants a meeting time during a time where they are very busy and trying to finish up the job that they're working on. So they're saying that it's very important that they should have employers should have set times for meetings, like, okay, it's every Thursday, or at 3 p.m. on Tuesdays, it's a meeting. And you should not be calling your employees when they're off work. It's important for employees and clients not to contact them outside of work. It intrudes on the time spent with your family and friends. And it's also very important because a lot of times they miss important events because you're calling them to do some work or come back to work, or can you work on your day off? A lot of times they miss weddings or birthdays. It causes bad feelings and resentment at work, and it makes for a bad employer. Okay, you guys, have a wonderful day. I gave you news and entertainment, and now it's time for me to say, have a good evening. Bye. Thank you for coming to the Amber Shows, and please give me a thumbs up for a like. I'd really appreciate it.